Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know that according to the study of University of Warwick, companies that have effective planning grow on average 30% faster than companies without? At Planception, we help these businesses to unlock their growth potential. And today we would like you to present our solution that creates financial and reporting plans for companies based on their historical accounting data. So planning was always important in companies because it shows a roadmap for achieving their goals, and it also it aligns actions with the strategy of the company, and it shows all the employees where are we standing now and where are we going. It is even more important in times of VUCA, which stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. That means that the company need to have more than just 1 year plan. They need to do continuous planning and reforecasting in today's turbulent times. They also need multiple scenarios they could act upon, and they need information as detailed as possible. And last but not least, they need to have reporting and planning metrics aligned together so they could check where they are. Let me tell you how the planning works in Fresh Labels. This is Christina. She's the financial manager of Fresh Labels. It is an e-shop that we work together. They provide us with data, and we work on our minimal viable product there. Fresh Labels is a fashion market leader, one of the fashion market leaders e-shop in Czech Republic with millions in revenues. However, they don't have, they are not a corporation just yet. If it was, they would have financial planning and analysis teams dedicated to creating company's plan using advanced tools like IBM Planning Analytics. However, she works for small companies, so she don't have money for FP&A or the planning tools. And what does the planning looks like in Fresh Labels? To be honest, it is quite challenging, and Maria will describe it for you.
Sure. Like 37 of all companies and 85 of SME, planning in Fresh Labels is made in spreadsheets. Fresh Labels has 3 sales channels, more than 50 product categories, more than 300 product brands, and customers from 27 countries. Creating Excel reports with such a level of detail is a very difficult task. Planning starts at the end of the year, and it often involves a prolonged informational ping-pong between 6 departments before reaching agreement. Different departments have different data structures and level of detail. As you can imagine, changes to plans are time-consuming. Each adjustment needs to be updated, and it takes up to 3 weeks to replan the initial plan. As a result, Fresh Labels has multiple plans in different spreadsheets. Detail is only on the product categories level, and replanning is done only once in the year. But Christina, she wants to change it. She knows that all the data for the planning is right at her hand. And the main thing, Christina knows that the business owners need information to be delivered faster, more efficient, and with more detail. And she comes to us and asks us for help. And what did we answer to Anne?
We said yes, and here is our solution and how it works. Firstly, Christina just select the accounting system they use, and we create a connection using Kobula to the data source. So the data are connected, refreshed automatically, and she don't have to do the manual exporting every few weeks. Then she create an P&L structure. What is P&L? P&L is profit and loss statement. It's one of the most important reports for the business owners. It's basically show the structure of revenues and cost, the margins and the profit. And she basically set this structure and choose what revenue is what cost, where the accounts, which accounts patří is part of which cost. Basically, she set the cost structure. And after that, we generate a template for yearly plan input. She fills the values there, but she don't have to fill all the values, just the revenue and cost she knows. And our algorithm will fill the rest use based on the historical data. After she approves the yearly plan, we generate a monthly plan which she can adjust based on her knowledge of the future marketing campaigns and expansion plans. After she approved the monthly plan, we load the plan into our data warehouse in Snowflake, and we create a Power BI report where the managers can check if the plan is matching if the reality is matching the plan. And for the backend, we are using Kebula, Python, and Snowflake. And regarding the front end, for now, the user can adjust the structure of P&L and update the plan only in spreadsheets. We use the spreadsheets because we just want to test our minimal viable product and test the idea. And the result was very positive. We saved the Christina 5 man days on planning. Also now she can create much more detailed plan, and much more often. She can now replan every month, not once a year. So she can create multiple versions, and the reporting is much more interactive because it's in Power BI, not in Excel. And we also save the time, the manual work of her downloading the CSV exports. And what are the next steps? We see Planception as a software as a service business. We did the research and development of MVP, and we got a positive feedback. And our next step is to try the solution on more companies to make sure that product fits the market. And then we would like to develop a web application for the better user experience. And we would focus mainly on e-commerce businesses because it's the growing industry, and also the data structure is the same as we have experience with. And how much would it cost? As you can see, the first phase was free because we fit in the limits of free subscription of Kebula and Snowflake. And for the next phase, we would need some funds for the web application development. So vote for us, and we will plan the future. To summarize everything, at the beginning, we discussed how important are plans for companies. We found out that SME don't have the budget and tools for efficient planning. We showed you our solution and the future plan for this project. And for the end, I would like to say that the small and medium enterprises did not have data 10 years ago, but thanks to digitalization, they have it now, but they don't use it efficiently for planning their future. So that's the reason why Planception was created. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Questions, remarks?
Do you have a prototype?
Oh, yes, we have. We have a prototype that's working for the fresh labels. But I think we don't have it in the presentation.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, I was gonna follow on that. How will you communicate the results of whatever this process gives you? So I was expecting to see at least some visual. What I forgot her name. What was her name?
Christina.
Yeah, but what Christina is going to receive from the process, and because she said that main trouble was her communicating to the business owners, right? So she needs to communicate somehow to them. So does she need to tweak the input, the output somehow, or does she just resend it, or how does that work?
Okay, so the bigger idea is that we will create the web application, as we mentioned, and everyone from the company will give their share to the planning. And after that, upon that, the application will create the plan. But for now, we have the minimal viable product, so Christina still have to ask each and every department and collect the feedback.
So that's not really minimum viable product yet, right? If you can't show it to us, if you don't have any output of that, then we can't see how it actually works. It seems like simulation. So she goes, she asks, she processes it herself, then she gets something, and it's like doing the Wizard of Oz prototyping style.
Yes, that's our mistake that we didn't put it there. One reason is that the Excels and the report is not that beautiful, and also there are data that that Fresh Label didn't want us to show. And but from the input side, yes, the planning is still like more on the manager to do the yearly plannings. We just do all the automation and like the manual work. We automate the manual work, which is basically they have the yearly plan, which then they use the historical data to like split it into the monthly and to daily, and also the reporting process is still manual. They export it and try to match all in Excel. They have a lot of formulas in Excel.
So it sounds like the output is Excel sheet.
Yeah. So,
okay, thank you.
Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you for your question. In fact, what will be real price of the implementation in the client setup? You just listed if I'm right, the mandates.
Yes.
So these are your mandates, and what will be the client mandates or client implementation mandates? Yes. And the price of your mandate is?
The price?
Yeah.
We are students and we do it for free now, so it's zero, but...
okay. Zero mandate rate, I think.
And also we wanted to test the product. We want to test the product, and that's more valuable for us, just to know. And they wouldn't share the data with us without, like, they don't know if we have the
I thought
solution.
about the future client, so it means...
the future.
And the future client, the mandate rate will be still zero mandate rate?
No, it's much more based on how big the company is and how much hour of manager costs. So basically, usually it's the financial manager who does the reporting, the planning.
Yeah.
So based on that, but we don't have the data that they are doing the manual exports, and also the replanning every month would cost much more. So
okay,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.